Let's talk about my investments, yo. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Listen, I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys over time in this channel from some people that are interested in knowing how I'm investing, basically what I'm doing in the financial world, basically, which aside from investing in companies, in startups, in the stock market, and all of that, I do many other things. But I want to give you all of this. I want to give you all of the beans. Like always, you guys like that. I like the full enchilada out there and for you guys to have it. But before I really go into it, and I actually talk to you guys about like the economy, finance, and all that stuff, I think it's very important for you to understand how crazy I really am. That's rule number one. Because if you don't understand where I'm coming from, everything I say will sound absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm not here to convince you that this is the truth. I'm not here to convince you that this is right. This is just what I do and what works for me. I respect any other method that you have. And even if you look at this and go, Alejandro, you're a fucking idiot. Absolutely. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to school. I barely finished high school. And I really did because I cheated. So if you're going to take some advice, just understand where it's coming from. This is mostly entertaining and hopefully to some of you guys will resonate and will also help you in your day by day and make the better decisions financially than you can. Because more than just knowing and understanding how to trade, how to look at a graph, how to invest, looking at PE ratios, looking at what a company's doing, etc., there's the biggest thing that everyone skips. Every guy that's out there with a little suit jacket, looking like this, super menacing in his thumbnails to make sure that you guys know that he's a serious dude in the world of investing, don't really approach this from the mental side. And I want to give you the psyche first, and then we'll get into everything else. Okay. And this is very important. This applies to finance, this applies to geopolitical events, this applies to anything in life, really, at least for me. So I'm going to start with the craziness. So if you're already here and you're like, well, this dude's absolutely nuts, thank you for coming for a few seconds. I appreciate you. And if you're here for the ride, hold on. It's going to be interesting. I hope so. I hope so. Okay. So, number one, the mindset. What's my mindset on it? My mindset is that one of a rich person. And it's not because I'm a rich person. It's because that's what it is, because that's what I am, because that's who I am, and that's who I want to be. Okay. So, how do I do that? Always acting like a rich person investing in something. So I never have to worry about like losing my money. Am I over invested? So for you guys, this is a mistake that I see everyone make. A lot of people put all of their money into something, they get nervous. Fear is the death of everything. If you fear your trades, if you fear your investments, if you fear what you're doing, if you're fearing opening a business, you're going to fail every single time because fear is the enemy of everything that we have inside of us. And we want to focus on love and what we want to be and what we are. So if you're transitioning into that mindset, you need to start thinking like a rich motherfucker. Money doesn't fucking matter and it always comes. No matter what I do, I can chill, I can do this. Money comes. It's just a fact in my life. So I want you to get to that mindset too. That's number one. So if you're approaching this the way that I'm approaching it, I recommend, because if putting a lot of your money into something makes you nervous, you shouldn't do it. You should do it full of heart and understanding that this is for you. This is a little thing you're doing for yourself, for your life, for the future, and for the everything. That's basically it. So if you're putting money into something, just do an amount that you can lose without thinking about it. And the reason why is if you're starting and you don't have the mindset yet and you're not clicked into that rich mindset of like, money's going to come no matter what. And that's it. Like, how does a rich person think? They're not thinking, oh, I wonder how my investments are doing so that I can do better. No, no, no. I'm doing fucking great, dude. You know, whenever I need money, my investments will give me my money. I just know it. I accept it. And that's the way I live it. So if you want to live like this, but you're starting right now and you still have that fear, the best thing you can do is put money that you don't care about into the market, into your investments, into anything you do. That's one. Okay. So if there's a risk of losing that money, you won't feel that fear. The second you feel fear, the second you fucked up. And now it's not too late. If you start feeling fear, just remember there's nothing to fear. That's completely stupid. It's inside of you. You know it. That money's yours and you know it. So don't fear it. That's one. Now, let's get into the point of view of everything that we're looking at. I look at my life like a video game. It's like a game. It's a video game. It's a very sophisticated video game just based on love. And the way I play this game is inside of me. It's not outside. Everyone's looking at the idiot with a billion cars, that Alejandro, that, oh my God, he spent so much money on this and he's got a mansion and he's got this. No, 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 no. Absolutely. That's not who I am, and that's not the way to look at your life. Because just pursuing material things will get you a material life, and that's the furthest you can get away from yourself, which is your God, my son. Whether you like it or not, you're God, and you better fucking like it and love it because you're experiencing yourself right now. So if you understand this, the way to win the game for me is simply no fear, all love, nothing else. I don't hesitate. I don't think about it. I do it, and whatever's going to happen and whatever it is, period. So it's very important that you understand that, right? And in this game, there's everyone that's on the outside basically is my rival, my enemy that I love, by the way, every single one of my enemies, because without you, I wouldn't have obstacles to get over and grow myself, right? So every single one of those enemies, someone you need to love and appreciate because they're making your life difficult so that you can actually graduate to other levels above and above and above and above and above. And now that means also that there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on in my mind. And I look at the world like a simulation. I don't look at it like everyone else just on the outside. Again, the most important thing is just always feeling that love and happiness inside of me. Okay. That's one. So when I'm looking at the world and I look at the Elon Musks, when I look at Warren Buffett, which by the way, this doesn't mean I don't admire them. I admire you guys know I could not get Elon's dick out of my mouth fast enough on everything I say about him. I own Teslas. I own stocks for Tesla, all of that stuff. So I love him. But at the same time, I understand that dude's not, he's not a real player in this game. The players in this game are us, the people with a soul, the people that are just reflecting God as is, that have a limited time in here and get reset every time you die. There are other things that are NPCs in here. And there's also the programmers playing this game. This is the way I see things, okay? So programmers are the people that can just basically they don't die. They transfer their consciousness through whatever bullshit. Remember, this is my stupid point of view, so you don't have to accept it. So these old, like the people that call the elites and these families, whatever, they, in my eyes, they don't die. They die in the physical world, but their mind goes into someone else and acquires that body, and that mind never gets reset. So they have an advantage over everyone else. At the same time, there's a lot of people that are not real people. They're just NPCs. And I know a lot of people just use that as a derogatory term. If you're an NPC in this world, you can turn into God. And that's a hard fucking road. And I'm not here to teach you that. So if you're an NPC, this is probably not for you. And but actually, if you're an NPC and you're watching this, you're probably like, this dude's a fucking idiot. And you're absolutely right. I am whatever you see. Remember that. So I look at Elon Musk as someone that's not real. He's an example of a person. Okay. Someone that is tempting everyone to become rich. And at the same time, anyone that's rich, just think about this. Whenever, and this is something that everyone is seeing everywhere on Instagram, right? Everyone's pretending to be rich. Everyone's pretending to have money. Everyone's going in massive debt just so that they can impress everybody else out there. And everyone from that effect, and this applies to like geniuses, this applies to like great minds, right? Man, why can I be smarter? Huge mistake. Never think that. Man, why can I be richer? Huge mistake. You can't say that. You're rich, motherfucker. You just haven't gotten it in this world, but you're rich. You got to know that. So anyone that puts a lot of emphasis in the material stuff is really building a lot of stuff outside of the actual reality that I play in. Okay. It's very important to understand that because, for example, and listen, nothing against my guy, but he's a great example. My boy Manny Kushman. He's the example of Persian luxury everywhere. He's got it all. People must love the idea of like, oh, I have all these cars. But then look at his wife, then look at the how he's always portraying himself and the character that he's got to play and how he's got to act in order to be able to do that. So if you think he's winning at life just because of the things he's got rather than who he really is and how he really wants to be, then you're missing the point here. Richness doesn't come from the outside world. Richness is inside of you. Okay, it's very important. Everyone that's like that, that stereotype, is just a distraction for you to feel shitty. Okay, nothing else. Nothing else. Look at what I got. Look at all this stuff that I have bought. And look at all the sacrifices that I did by scamming this and scamming that and stealing from this and stealing from that so that I can have all of this and you guys can feel miserable. That's all an act. That's all playing into the psychic of this so that they can distract you and want you to be like that. And again, nothing against them. It's just a very good example in the car world that you guys know me from. So yeah. And also, then you have like the super intelligent people that are rich. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, all of those guys. Just think about this. To me, Elon Musk is not a real person. How does he have time to tweet all day? Right? He's always on X. How does he have time to do all of these companies that are changing the entire fucking world? Which, by the way, it's obviously part of the world. And how does he have time to play video games and travel like he does? Now, I'm not saying the dude's not real physically in here. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, just think about how complicated that'd be for any real human being. So never compare yourself to others. That's a huge mistake. Okay. And also, it's very important to understand that this game has a lot of distractions, external distractions, and they come in the form of people. And it's very hard to accept that some people might not be real souls, real part of God, because they are in a way, but they're here for you to fuck up your game and have to replay it again and again and again and again until you realize what I'm saying. At least to me, that's how it works. Okay. So the purpose of this game is creating enough distraction for you to believe that everything is outside of you. Okay. And the problem with that is, for example, I never watch the news. I never watch the news. I used to do it. I used to watch the Federal Reserve giving like all of their speeches and all these bullshit that they do. Jerome Powell's going to be in Jackson Hole and all these guys. And it's so important. It doesn't matter at all. I am having the best month trading I've ever had. And again, this is not an advertising for anything. I am having the best month I've ever had in my life, just simply based on not watching anything and just wait for the crowd to freak out about something and go against the crowd. Period. Because most are NPCs that are meant to be scared shitless. Okay? That's what they want. So all of the information you get from the news, which is absolutely ridiculous, it's all just propaganda to create fear and hate within you. That's all it is. So it's in the UK right now. Everyone's a Muslim, but dude, had a Muslim population for the longest time ever. But now they're highlighting it, and they're highlighting it everywhere in Europe. Just like in California, for example, we've had a lot of homeless forever, but it's gotten worse. And there's nothing we can do. There's no one we can vote. There's not literally nothing you can do to change things because they want you to feel that. They want you to feel like you don't matter, that nothing that you do really counts. And what they want the most is to distract you from living within you, getting that happiness, reaching that love in your heart that is a must in this reality if you want to win it. And instead, what they're doing is they're telling you Trump this, Kamala Harris that, and now you're fighting each other over nothing. All politicians are just part of the act. They're all part of the distraction. They're all part of a plan to make you feel like hopeless, that you can't do anything about anything, and for you to hate them and pour that hate onto them. I used to fall for this shit, dude. Life changed completely when I didn't. Completely. It's incredible. And now I just laugh when I see it. I see people fighting over this politician and that politician. And it's not only here in the United States, it's everywhere. I see it in Mexico, I see it in Argentina, I see it in Spain, everywhere. And there's no point because nothing is changing. Everything is in their power because that's their job in this movie, right? In this simulation, in this reality that we're living. Their job is to look incompetent. Their job is to show how much money Nancy Pelosi has, so that you just go like, why can that be me? Why can I be just a fucking incompetent, corrupt son of a bitch? But instead, that old lady is getting all of the fucking money, and she's not doing anything for humanity. They want you to think that. They want you to fight with others because the more you connect with your fellow human beings, the more you connect with your reality, the more you are not on a screen, which, by the way, I am never on my phone. I post something, leave it. I don't read your comments. I'm doing this for myself. I'm going to be extremely clear. This is not for you. This is for me, which at the end of the day is you. It's very important that you understand that. Okay. I'm not on social media all day. I'm not scrolling. Doom scrolling is the death of everything. So I don't watch that. I don't watch the news. When I watch a movie, just simply because of everything I've studied through the years about geopolitical events and whatnot, I just want to know when they're trying to sell me on a message that's political, so that I can tell my wife, babe, don't, like, this is fucking ridiculous. Okay, don't think that this is how it really works, because they create enemies, right? In movies, they go in the past. In the 1900s, they did it to black people. In the movies, they portrayed the black person as an evil motherfucker, and that was so they could just make black people the enemy, distract everyone, start like a division, blah blah blah. Then, right now, all of our movies have an enemy that is Middle Eastern. All of them. Why is our enemy never China, but in all of the news, your enemy is China? Have you never thought about that? Everything you know is bullshit. Everything you know, they tell you China is our number one enemy and competitor in AI. But we invited Xi Jinping, the main dude at China, to come over to California, visit Gavin Newsom here in California. We cleaned up the streets so that they can show you that, oh no, we can do it. It's just fuck you. So you can feel hopeless, right? As a California man myself, I can tell you that's what it used to feel. I don't care anymore. It's fucked up. And on top of that, they invited Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Jensen Huang from NVIDIA. They invited every single one of the billionaires in tech that you know, Larry Ellison from Oracle, everyone was there with Xi Jinping. Does that sound like he's the worst enemy? But that's what they tell you on the news. All of the news is completely fabricated. All of reality is completely fabricated. Even the countries around the world are fabricated. Earth is one. We're the ones who created that the simulation created that imaginary line for you to think that we're all different and that we can separate ourselves. That's the first line of separation that they need, right? Then right now in the United States, you have like racism. And I used to fall for that too. People are racist against you, and people are this. Some people are assholes. There's no fucking doubt about it. But people are really fucking nice. For the most part, people are amazing whenever they're not depressed from social media and just consuming this bullshit and thinking they're being hated on and that other people is doing shit. Like, this is all horseshit. When you're an X, for example, you're on Twitter, right? X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And you're reading the news from like the biggest pages that exist there. Those pages are not real. Like, those are not real people. It's bullshit. And they give you secret meeting between Putin and Trump. If it's so secret, why are you telling me this? Iran's getting ready to attack the Israel, and they're going to do it at 11:30 tonight. Oh, thank God they told us. Thank fucking God. The Federal Reserve is going to do this. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is just that the interest rates in the real world, you want to buy a house, look at how much the mortgage interest rate is. And then if it's too high, money's expensive. You don't want to get on that. If it's too low, you want to get into that. You want to get that free money or for a very low cost and apply it. That's it. That's all you need to know. And I use all of this against people because they're all playing against me. And again, they're not my enemies. I love them for playing against me because then I have someone to play this game with and beat the game with, if that makes any sense. So, whenever, for example, one of the easiest examples, I came here, I don't know how long ago, but I told you Rivian, Tesla, Lucid, fucking everything blew up. We all made a lot, like the people that actually got into those trades because they wanted to also, they explored, they did their own analysis, they got into them. So many people have made money. We did it with Coinbase. We did it with so many things. It's irrelevant. It's not about being right. It's just we did that, right? And the reason why I say it is I feel myself, I'm one of the best, if not, I'm one of the best traders of Tesla and Rivian. I'll say it. I'll say it. And whenever you would think, oh, Alejandro's using the charts and everything that he's learning, he's reading the momentum chart and he's reading, you know what I'm reading? When I go on X, which by the way, I'll use that now 3, 4 times a day for 10 minutes just to find important news quickly and get away. So, for example, if Tesla is announcing a brand new thing, I just want to know that it's coming, right? That's the only thing I use it for. Everything else is bullshit. And the other thing I use it for is whenever I see people freaking out about Tesla, whenever I see everyone crying and telling Elon Musk, what the fucking smartest dude in the fucking universe or in the world, actually in our world, in just our reality, the smartest dude in our reality, how to do his job. When people start crying about that, when I see a dude like the investment guy, Ross Gerber, selling his Tesla at 140 and saying this company's going to zero, you know what I do? I don't even fucking look at the chart. I go and buy it. And then when I see everyone celebrating and sharing screenshots of how well their Tesla stuff is doing, I sell. And that stupid method really works for me. So, in everything I do in life is based on these principles. And so far, so good. And it's only getting better and better. So, I want you to understand this before I talk to you about anything that has to do with finance, the economy, maybe the news or geopolitical things, the Epstein thing. They want you all fucking, like, they told you they would give you the files. Then they told you they wouldn't. And then everyone creates their own narrative. They're doing that because of everyone's. The reason why they're doing that, it's so that you'll fight about it. Nothing more. Distract you. How important? Now, let's say that they release all of the list of the Epstein thing that you expect. How's that going to change your life? How? But everyone's analyzing. No, but he did kill himself. But he did. So it's not cutting me a check. It's not making me better at anything. And the same thing goes with the Maha movement and this and that. It's all bullshit. And at the same time, all social media, most people on social media are just NPCs, are just boxes of people talking. So it can get you and distract you. The more information you absorb, and this is something that I don't play with, the more information people absorb, the worse they are at making decisions. Again, I'm an idiot. I did cars. I don't know anything about a car, dude. I just know how many cylinders, how much horsepower, and how I feel when I drive it. That's it. And with that, I was able to climb to the top. I did the same thing with movies. I had no idea how to make a movie. I started doing it. I went literally to get into creating a short film because I couldn't have an opportunity as an actor. I'm fucking ugly. I can't speak English. I wanted to be a leading man, clearly not a leading man, and my body's atrocious. I'm funny without trying to be funny, which is terrible, but great at the same time. So with all of that, I was like, I'm just gonna make a short film, and I just went to the store to rent a camera and all the gear, and I found out you need insurance, and I was like, dude, I don't have car. Like, here's my car insurance, and they're like, no, dude, you need film production insurance. So I went and learned step by step, and I became one of the most profitable producers out there. And a lot of people are gonna say, but your movies are shit and they're in lifetime. Yeah, dude, but they cut me a check for 2 million and kept another million myself. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that those images that they have of success is everything, and that's completely wrong. I was so excited doing all that shit until it got to the point where it was not exciting anymore, and I move on. Never marry yourself with a label. Never. That's the biggest way of dying in this world and losing the game. I'm Alejandro. I'm an investor, and it's all. I'm not serious, dude. Like, I just do this because I'm rich and I know it, and my money's like coming. It's just something that I navigate, right? So just like I don't know shit about cars, just like I didn't know, and I still don't know shit about movies. And watch the classic. I've never even watched The Godfather. Let's or one, two, whatever how many Godfathers there are. None of that shit. Oh, Alejandro, get into real estate. I did it because it was a weird circumstance. 2008, 2010. I bought the bottom, sold the top. In 2020, commercial real estate. I bought another house 2020, when the interest rates were really low. And I sold my house at the highest interest rates at the peak prices, knowing I'm going to move. This is the time. I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to hold on to my money and just get something else whenever everything is right. I'm not in a rush. I can make better decisions. I can make more money and I can make that shit grow because I know how to do it. It's in me, it's mine, period. That's that. So being an expert on anything and seeing those people have PhDs and those are people that are confused. When I invest in Tesla, there's a lot of people that have incredible channels that just talk about all of the information that Tesla's doing. I don't need any of that shit more than just seeing how people are freaking out on Twitter to buy or sell my Tesla. And you guys think it's a joke, but if you follow me in my Spanish channel, you know it's fucking true, and you know how it works, and you know how fucking great it works, and it's worked out so far. Again, I'm not here for you to know that I am the great. I am, but that means you are too. You just might not know it yet. This is the way I look at the world. This is the way I look at investing, at geopolitics, at society, at everything. Don't fall for the bullshit. Love, 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 love. Don't fight. Don't let any distractions make you think that expensive trips and expensive cars and an expensive lifestyle is what you need. You just need love, motherfucker, and do everything with love. Nothing more. Okay?